So you guys, I get very excited all the time, and I lose my voice at events like this. So it's quite ironic that I'm speaking this morning, so bear with me if I get squeaky or I have to cough. The sound guys are gonna control me and keep me from shocking you. But I love that Brett and I get to talk to you this morning, and thank you everybody for waking up so early. I'm so glad that you're all here. I love that I get to talk to you this morning about duplication and truly what you get to impart to others and how your impact is greater than you think. So as Skylar mentioned, I have a bizarre resume. I've done a little bit of everything. I always tell people my resume reads very similar to Forrest Gump. I've just been kind of all over the map, from professional dancer to running a dance studio to going into ministry and working in recovery ministry and jail ministry and homeless ministry, and then decided, let's open a franchise restaurant, because why not? So then I'm speaking and I'm writing and I'm doing all these things, and obviously I had zero time. I had zero bandwidth. So also when people say to me, I'm too busy, get this. I have 5 grown sons. At the time when we were opening our franchise restaurant, I was executive director of a ministry, and we were bringing into our family a 15-year-old who had been through cyclical, heinous trauma. All of that is a lot. I have identical twin sons who are my youngest. And we were in a health crisis, and I was desperate. And I'm so grateful that 2 friends of mine, a husband and wife who I knew and trusted, shared with me, and with no other reason than to help me. And they changed the trajectory of my life, and they changed the trajectory of my son's life. And I want all of you to walk away knowing not only are you a leader, and people are following you. Don't say that you're not a leader. I don't want to hear, you got to wipe that out of your vocabulary starting right now, because people are following you. But you get to decide what they're following, right? Because as we're growing up, we always hear, watch your friendship circle. Make sure you're not hanging around the wrong people, because you're following them and they are leading you. They might not be doing a really great job, but they're leading. So step into it. Some of you are brand new. I'm so glad you're here. And this is going to apply to you, even though you may say, I don't even have a team yet. This applies to you. And some of you have multiplied, and those people have multiplied, and those people have multiplied. And I hope there's a nugget for you today that we can take away. So we're going to talk about duplicating your rank and why that's a big deal. There's some major milestones in our comp plan. I loved Sean Poe's presentation of our comp plan. I'm so excited for everyone who is now LifeVantage, but you've come from Love Biome, and November 1st is a big day for you. I want you to know, from our old comp plan to our new comp plan, my pay went up 300%. That's our comp plan. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Evolve. As passionate as I am about our products, and I am, Evolve is one of our best products. And so we have to share the whole story with people. When you decide to say yes to LifeVantage, you're a consultant. That was one of the best moves of my life, just saying yes. So that rank of just consultant, that means you said yes. Congratulations. I'm so glad you're here. And then we have some milestone ranks. So as you grow, and we hit Senior Consultant 1, and you've heard a lot about that this weekend already, and you're probably going to hear more. And that's when we start seeing a separation from the people who maybe came in for a discount to the people who realize I have an impact. I'm actually influencing other people right now, and I'm seeing some lives change. There's no way you can get to Senior Consultant 1 without recognizing that. And then as you're moving and grooving, you start to separate yourself a little more. If you've caught the vision, then you are creeping up on this amazing rank called a Managing Consultant 1. And I can't tell you how badly I want my team to get there. When someone wants to lock arms with me and they share with me their goals and their why and their passion that they are ready, I want to get them to Managing Consultant 1, and here's the big if they want it, only if they want it. I can't do it for them. You can't get to Managing Consultant 1 without you having skin in the game. And then, my friends, when you can get to executive consultant, yes, right? When I hit executive consultant 1, it changed everything for my family. To have that paycheck, to get to take part in that global profit share, and I look at the people on my team who need that and who want that. It lit a whole new fire because it wasn't just about my why at that point. I had tasted the sweet nectar of EC1. And when I really care about my team, man, did I want them to get it. So why rank matters? Rank does matter. Because first of all, I want to introduce you to, back when I owned a dance studio and then I ran a ministry and I built leaders. I built leaders, fortunately for me, it just worked out this way. I was passionate about building leaders before I found LifeVantage and LifeVantage found me. And I developed just a 3-word mantra, and I always hold to it for myself and also for my leaders if I can impart to them. 3 words. I want you to say them after me. Everyone say equip. Say empower. Say release. Say equip, empower, release. Say it again. One more time. I know it's early, but hold that. Thank you, my dear friend Carrie Dickey. So if you can grasp the 3 aspects of leadership in that way, and you can lock arms with someone to equip them, to empower them, and then release them. That's the hard part, right? A lot of us are really into equipping. We bring all the people here. We're so excited for you to learn, and then we micromanage every single thing they do. If we don't start to empower them and let them know, you can do it. You can do it. So I'll share with you a little bit of what that looks like. Yes, I love to bring people to events. Hi, Tammy and Mike. Love that I have people here. I know I have more people here. I just can't see you all. Hello. Hi, Laura. So I get off track, so I have to pull myself back in on what I was talking about. I got distracted by all the people that I love. So you bring them to events, and then as they start to learn, they look up to you. Your people look up to you. If you don't have people yet, you guys, they're going to look up to you. So get ready. You're worthy of that. They need you. It's not an accident that they enrolled with you. And so wear that and own that. But then it's time for you to empower them. And it looks something like this, because sometimes we need words for this. I don't know about any of you, but I'm an obsessive studier, and I love this science. So much so that I make everything very complicated, because I have had really radical things happen in my family, and in my customers, and in my consultants, and in people I know and care about. It's so exciting. And then I think, why? Why did that happen? And I want to dig in, and I want to read, and I just overcomplicate it. And you know what that does, you guys? That makes my team say this: I could never do what Angie does. Business looks good, but man, I can't talk like Angie. You guys, I had a speaking career for years before LifeVantage. I always try to remind my team that. Like I traveled and did speaking engagements. You don't have to do that. My team can grow better when I shut up. If I back out and I let them speak and I let them share their story. But they all know me and they know I study like crazy. So when a question comes up, what do you think they do? They call me. Hey, Angie, I have a customer who said this. Blubbity, 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 blah. Blubbity, 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 blah. And they go through the whole thing. Now, if I've equipped that person, and maybe they weren't even equipped by me, maybe they were equipped by you just by coming to the event. So starting to empower that person, I might say, you're brilliant. What do you think I'd say? Man, it's tempting to answer, because I know the answer. I know the answer. I can help, but I can't, or they're never going to be a leader, and I'm never, ever going to duplicate. So I hold back, and I say, what do you think I would say? And even better yet, then I edge out of that, and then I say, What do you think you should say? So see that little progression? You don't have to feed every answer. That's empowering them. And then you've got to release them so that when that same person says to you, oh my gosh, I just ran into so-and-so and they were asking me about Protandem and they were asking me about the business and I know I don't have all the answers, but I just told them this, this, and this. How many of you would say, but did you tell him this? Did you tell him this? Do you want me to call them? But just release it. I love third party, so I'm not saying don't do a third party. But for me to say, well done, you got this. You are flipping brilliant. When I taught dance, you guys, I dedicated years I actually spent more time with my dancers. Oh, I gotta watch that time. See, I'm long-winded. I spent more time with my dancers than some of their parents did. And I was a really, really good dance teacher. Many of my dancers have achieved things that I never did. And man, I flipping love that. One of my dancers was in the original cast of Hamilton. Right? I wasn't. I was not in the original cast of any Broadway show. But what that tells me is like, yes, equipped her, empowered her, released her to fly. I got to watch one of my students in the halftime of I'm from Michigan, Detroit Lions halftime. Yes, thank you, go Lions! So I'm sitting there in my living room with all my boys, Lions fans, and I'm just watching Carly wreck it out with, I don't know all the pop culture stars, but some guy who's really popular, singing in a cowboy hat. It's the song, to the 1, to the 3, to the 4. That song, I really can't sing today. She's right there. Man, that feels good. Let your people soar. Let them realize how powerful they are. And if you don't release them, you're never going to find out. And even worse and more tragic, they're never going to find out. So, rank is about impact. Why does that matter? Well, I want to tell you that I am not the only one on this stage talking right now, and neither is Brett. Actually, Seth Mulder is on this stage because he said yes. And Vandy and Sam Flake are on this stage because they said yes. Daisy Goodwin, who's in Hawaii right now, is actually on this stage because she said yes. And Jennifer Murray, Laura Bishop, Laura, you're on this stage right now because you said yes. Rusty Cottrell, Debbie Cottrell said yes. Chanel, my enroller, her and her husband Sean said yes. And that story got to me. That's their impact. Do they have any idea? And right now, I have a single mom at home who could not come because of life things, and she's the one calling me saying, hey, I'm talking to a guy who's so excited about the business. So my impact right now is happening in Michigan, but I'm here. I'm in Texas. That is radical impact of which you can never fully understand the ripple effect. And that matters. My son's change in his health, me getting that income, you guys, we lost our restaurant due to COVID. We remortgaged our house to start this restaurant. Business expenses were $30,000 a month for me to not get paid. It owned me. And then supply chain shut it down in COVID, and we're still paying on that. We're still paying on that. So you know what? I did need a medical miracle. I needed a health breakthrough for my son. I couldn't have known at that time how much I needed a financial breakthrough. Rank matters. EC1, getting to that changed my life. Not everybody wants to get to EC1. But advancement shows what's possible. I want to share with you about my friend Julie Mai. She's not here. She's in Kauai. And this will sit with me forever. Some of you know Julie Mai. I know, right? Years ago, Julie Mai caught the vision of LifeVantage, and she got some friends, together, and they all, like hair on fire, they all caught it. If you can get a group of friends, you guys watch out. This Hawaii group, they just competed with each other and flew. I mean, their reach made it to Michigan and beyond. And Julie Mai built and built and built, like her life depended on it for 18 months. And she hit the rank that now is the equivalent of EC1, life-changing. And then she had a family crisis. And she needed to take a year off to be with her family, to care for her children's hearts, to care for her own heart. I'm just gonna warn you, I am gonna cry. I hope you're all comfortable with it. And what she had built is here in this room right now. What she had built made its way. I don't even know how many levels under Julie I am. I was working the business. Melody Sharon, that was another name I should have mentioned. She's in Washington right now. She was working the business. There were oodles of us working the business. And she rank advanced from EC1 level to EC2 in a year, taken off. She took off a year. Think about that, right? My twins, my youngest sons, are type 1 diabetic. It's not the same as type 2. All diabetes stinks, but type 1 doesn't give you any leeway. He can't take a bite of food before we make decisions about, are you hormonal? Are you stressed? How many carbs? How much protein? How much fat? And now we're guessing. What's your blood sugar at right now? 15 years old. I was at my corporate job to support our restaurant that didn't pay us. And he was home alone. And he made a mistake. He guessed wrong. He guessed wrong for the amount of insulin to give himself. My husband got home and he was unresponsive because of a mistake, just a mistake. A 15-year-old who doesn't get the luxury of making a mistake. We didn't lose him. But I have this turmoil in my heart that it was a freak fluke why someone walked in the room and found him later and saved his life. I wrestled with that so deeply. It tore me up that we have that much lack of control over my son's life or death. I was so angry, and I only tell you this because I was not okay for a year. Because I had inventory to do the next day for our restaurant. I had to put a schedule out, and I had to get to my corporate job. And I ran environmental health and safety, and we had MIOSHA coming, and you don't mess with MIOSHA because they can shut you down, put your CEO in jail if you don't have everything. I did not have the luxury that Julie Mai had because I wasn't at that point yet. I think I would have been okay in less than a year if I could have been where Julie Mai was, and that inspires me. We had another medical trauma with my oldest son, and we were in the hospital room, and I'm with him, and we didn't know if he was going to live or die. We've had a lot. And my volume went up. I didn't work when I was in the hospital room with him. We thought he might not make it. It didn't matter. I didn't care if the restaurant went under. I didn't care anything. So I don't know if it was a customer at that time who shared with a friend and they had my website and bought it. I don't know if one of my consultants was just multiplying and making an impact in my life. But that's the impact of rank, and I don't want you to take it lightly. That's the impact that you have. So Julie Mai showed me what's possible, and then my work, I can model that, and I can look to that, and I can get there so that I don't have to take a year if something else comes up again. Duplication shows sustainable growth, and that's what Julie Mai did. When I was in the hospital room with my son in Terre Haute, Indiana, that showed sustainable growth because I got paid. My check actually went up. It didn't do what Julie Mai did, but I'm like, this is crazy. I'm like, my pay is going up because of what I've done before, and that is sustainable growth. And I have to wrap it up because Brett has something to say, and I'm so long-winded. I'm so sorry, but I'm going to be fairly quick with this. Relationships drive rank. I need to know what my team wants. Where's their heart? That single mom that's at home right now, does she just want to pay for her products? Or does she want a retirement account because she cleans houses. And if she sprains her ankle, no income. If she gets the flu, no income. She wants to go to the top, by the way. She saw me hit EC1 and she said, I want to do what you're doing, Angie. I want to do what you're doing. So I know that, and I need to know that in my interaction with her so I can equip her and I can empower her and I can release her. If I have someone that tells me that they just want to pay for their products, they're just really not interested, they don't answer my calls, they've kind of told me, right? Release them. I release them. And I move on. You have to have the conversation. What does this mean to you? Think about that. Have you asked yourself? Like, what does this mean to me? Think of your team. Have you asked them? Why did you join? What does this mean to you? Where do you want to be? How can I best help you? I won't do it for you, but man, I will lock arms with you and I will match your energy. And I'm going to match your energy if it's small, because you know what? It's not small. For someone to get $200 a month, that's not small. Match their energy, but you have to see them and you have to know them. To be an impactful leader and to duplicate, know your people. Be their partner, not just their upline. People kind of give you signs. I have someone who says to me, can I do coaching with you? Could we meet once a week? Oh, that's my dream person right there. Yes, absolutely. She comes to the table with a list of things that she's done and everything that I say, how about this, how about this, how about this? Next week she comes back and it's check, 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 check. She gets it and she gets my time. So there's anything from coaching and accountability and having regular sessions. Oop, I gotta go back. So 3 core questions. What's working? Where are you stuck? And what's next? Duplication does happen when they see you coach, but be careful. They're not you. Don't think they need to learn everything you learned. They might already know it. They've been on a different journey. You can't just think that because you have a hammer, everything's a nail. Help them to be different than you and accept that some of your leaders might just rock and do it completely different than you. Can you coach them? Can you release them? Can you empower them and equip them? And sometimes point them to maybe someone who can help them even more than you if it's out of your bandwidth. Let's have systems that scale. Everyone's been saying it. I'm going to breeze past this one. Just make it simple. Don't overcomplicate it, but make sure that your leaders have the right tools in their pocket to have success. And again, if you don't have it all figured out, here's what you say. Let's learn together, because Brett and I were just talking backstage. We're like, we don't have this figured out. I'm like, let's just tell people what we say to them, or let's just take our own advice. When I have someone say, well, I haven't had a great health story, and it's not like I'm making the money that you make, how do I talk to people? I say, want to go to the top together? I'm just starting this journey. I'm so excited. I would love nothing more than to have you with me. So you don't have to have it all figured out. Just put in place a plan for them to succeed. I always tell my team, start 2 new conversations a day. Find ways to talk to new people. For the love of all that is good, get out of your warm market. Your friends and family are not going to get you to executive consultant, and I know it's so hard. We want it so bad for them. I get it. Let it go. You have to talk to new people. 2 new conversations today. Join a club, start a group, go to the gym, go to the coffee shop, tell someone that you like their shoes, accept the invitation, go to the book club, find new people. New people are everywhere. You could know no one and be successful in this business as long as you're willing to start 2 new conversations a day that are about their life. And always, always, always have 15 people in your pipeline. If you only have 1 or 2 people in your pipeline, then it's very disappointing. I've had people take 2 years to make a decision. I don't wait for them. I'm just going to keep building my pipeline. They'll come. I'll drip on them every so often. Carrie Dickey told me one time that she reached out to Tara Wilson. If you're new here, Tara Wilson's another presidential. Once every 6 months, just to check in. how's it going? Things are good over here at LifeVantage. Call me first if you ever decide to make a change. So, and then she moved on. She didn't wait for Tara. Tara wasn't the only person in her pipeline. She would not be where she is if Tara was the only person in her pipeline. Have 15 conversations and document it so that you know. Don't just say, oh, I talked to so many people. I know I'm having so many conversations. I say to my leaders, show me. Who are you talking to? Let's make a list right now if you haven't. Because we think we're having so many conversations. So here's your call to action. I want you to reach out to 2 of your consultants. Think of 2 of your consultants on your team that maybe you don't know what they want out of this. And if you think you know, how long has it been since you checked in? Because time has passed. Life has changed. You know what? For the first 3 years, I didn't have the bandwidth for this business. Everyone just told me their problems, so I gave them a link. And I kept getting more of a paycheck. But then life changed, and I saw a 23-year-old bust into the executive ranks. And I was 40. She was like 23. I was like 43. And I'm like, she can do it. I can do it. Giddy up. So if you haven't touched base with them, don't assume that just because they told you that they didn't want to run with the business 2 years ago, that that's not what they want to do now. And if you don't have a consultant yet, just always go back to those new conversations. Be loud and proud. You have to ask what they want and let them know that you see them. Your next rank is waiting. But the fastest way to get there is to bring others to you. If you need 10,000 in volume, do you want to get it all yourself, or do you want 10 people who each get 1,000? Think about that. Doesn't that sound so much easier? It's not rocket science. It's simple, but it's not easy, to quote Sean Poe. I feel like I'm just going to quote people. Okay, Dr. Brett. Woo! I am so sorry I went so long.
You can keep going.
No.
This is awesome.
You're the headliner.
Give her a round of applause. Come on now. And that, you should have heard her voice last night. It was like Minnie Mouse, but like with laryngitis. All right, thank you for being here. Really the conversation we had last night and this morning, at the end of the day, what we want you guys to do is to know your people and lock arms with them. And I think what I learned more than anything about you, Angie, right there, is how well she knows her people and what they want and helping them go get that. All right, so here we go. Now, I'm really nervous because Carrie Dickey's in the front row, so, woo! So I want you to know, you just don't know what your impact will be until you say yes. How many of you here are leaders? How many of you here are a leader? Raise your hand. You are leading whether you know it or not. How many of you have kids? Do they hear you? No, but I guarantee they do not, but I never really realized how much they watched me. So your children, as well as your people, they see you, they watch you. Be the leader that you want to be. Leaders lead leaders. And one of the best things about network marketing for me, it's made me be a better dad. It's helped me learn how to have conversations differently. It's helped me learn to step into things that are uncomfortable. Angie and I both feel inadequate in this role in the sense that we don't have it all figured out. But we say yes because we want to grow. What I've learned is a couple of things. You will either choose your growth cycle or your growth cycle will choose you. I'm going to say that one more time. You will either choose your growth cycle or your growth cycle will choose you. And sometimes, how many of you like your growth cycle chosen for you? That for me happened with a couple of different injuries. But I want you to know you are here because God wants you here. I believe truly this is God's work to help and bless the lives of others. We get to be a part of that, and we can choose how much we want to be a part of that. And it's really about the one that's in front of you. So thank you for being here. Now, I'm not going to tell you anything like really cool, but I'm going to show you a couple of slides, and you can snap a picture. Okay? Snap a picture of this, because we're going to practice this. You know, as much as I love basketball, like watching it, I'd rather play it. Anybody like that? I want to be in the game. I've heard that phrase a lot this weekend. So I want you in the game. We're going to actually go through this process because every single one of us are somewhere in this realm. One thing about network marketing, I have leaders that have helped push me to a place what I call high support and high challenge. And interesting, two of their names are Carrie. If you know Carrie Williams and you know Carrie Dickey, all right, you know that they're high support and also high challenge. So as a parent, as I think about this, where am I at with my children? Am I low support, low challenge, or low support, high challenge? Unfortunately, I think as a parent, many times I was high support, low challenge. In network marketing or in any business venture, I need somebody to be high support and high challenge. Just what she said. All right, so I'm gonna give you a couple of things. Like, we know these are the ranks. You take a snap picture of that. If you are a leader because, number one, you're leading you. How well are you leading you? And that shows up in your numbers, not necessarily what happens today. So what happens today shows up 3 months later. So if you don't like where you're at, great, change what you're doing. But be consistent with that. All right, I'm gonna give you a couple of things. That was hers, but we'll give her that. Here's just some basic things that you've got to do depending on the rank you are. And not because it's a magical thing, the magic happens when you do the work. So the biggest thing that'll change your business is having conversations. So who in here wants to grow? Okay, who in here feels like they're struggling with that? Okay, I need one volunteer, whoever comes up first. I need one, give me one person, whoever, choose you. All right, there we go, we got one here. Oh, we got two, we'll get you later, I know you. We'll find you. Okay. All right. Well, good. Woo. See if that mic works.
Hello.
Okay,
yes,
what's your name?
Anna.
Anna,
Anna
where
Giuliano.
are you from?
Upstate New York, under Ginny Russick.
Okay. So why are you here?
I'm here to get me out of my comfort stuck
me.
zone.
But why are you here this weekend?
To learn what I need to learn to move my business forward.
What do you really want?
What do I really want? I want to be able to stop doing hair and play with the grandkids. You make me cry.
Tell me a little more about that. Like why?
Because he hates his job. He's on call 24/7, and we don't see each other much.
Okay, that's got to be super hard. How long has he been doing that?
This job, 22 years.
Okay. How would it feel to you to bring him home?
Be a weight lifted.
What would you do? How would you wake up? What would waking up look like with like that?
No stress.
No stress. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay, what would it feel to be like to have that more time with him and with those you love?
Oh, it would be amazing. I mean, to wake up, be able to do whatever you want to do, and enjoy that time, and not see him run out the door. Like, we have 2 minutes in the morning.
How would it feel for you to know that you were a part of bringing him home?
A blessing.
You have kids?
2 grown adults.
2 grown adults.
3 grandkids.
How would they look at you, knowing that you did that?
I would hope they'd see how proud.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you know you can do this, right?
I know I can do it.
Okay. Can she do it? All right. You chose you by being up here. Every day you've got to choose you. Okay. What I've learned is that it's not the reward that'll move you, it's the pain. All right? It's the pain. Pain is motivating. Yeah. Okay. So can we have an agreement?
Yeah.
Okay. So I want you to tap into the pain. I want you to kind of go through that process of tapping into the pain. What does it feel like to watch him go to work? What does it feel like to see the struggle that he's having? Right? Put that forefront in your mind so when you don't want to pick up the phone, when you don't want to make that call, or you get that no, that you're like, I know why I'm doing this. Okay? As much as I'd like reward, pain moves me way faster. Right? So if you tap into the pain, you find the people's pain, you can make the change. Do you feel like you know kind of what you need to do?
Yes.
Okay, most of us know what we need to do, all right? But why don't you do it?
Scared.
Scared of what?
Oh, scared of no.
Scared of no. What's more painful, the no or watching him go to work every day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch him go to work every day.
Okay, that will move you. That will move you. So have you had any of these conversations with people on your team yet?
much of a team under me.
Okay, so have you had these conversations with yourself yet?
I guess I need to have it
We
more
are
every
now,
day.
right? Okay,
Yes.
yeah. Give a round of applause. Come on, guys. Okay. So can I give you a little bit of a challenge?
Yes.
And can I challenge each of us? Have this conversation with yourself. Why do you really want this? Why are you really here? Why did you leave them to come here? Why are you spending money to be here? Okay, you have the ability, we have the ability to change that. You don't have to know everything. You should surround yourself with these type of people, and LifeVantage has a system. It's on the hub. They have routine calls. We don't have an excuse. But what I've learned is don't move towards the reward, lean into the pain, and it'll move you to action. Think about, how do I want my kids to see me? And the reverse for me is, what do I not want them to see me do?
Yeah.
Okay? And that will move you to action. Okay? You can have this. As you look around the room, how many people have you watched say, hey, if they can do it, I can do it?
Oh, a lot.
Okay. And if you're not seeing that, start saying that. Okay, I'm proud of you. Here's the agreement. The agreement is you're going to lean into the pain. You're going to do it anyway. And when you meet anybody, customer, or you're not sure, consultant yet, have this conversation with them. Tell me what you really want. What are you currently doing to get there? Is what you're currently doing going to get you what you really want? And be okay with letting them feel the emotions. Don't try to fix it. Can we agree to that?
Yeah, absolutely.
And we'll both be better leaders?
Yes.
Okay,
absolutely.
proud of you.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah. Oh, of course she has to hug her. You know, I try to make them cry and they make them feel better. High support, high challenge, right? Can each of you learn to do that? What? Is that comfortable? No. I hate working out. I do it anyway. Like, I don't like cleaning the house, but my wife likes me when I do it, so I do it. Right? I don't like going to, like, chick flicks, but I go because she likes me, right? You do the do that's hardest because that's what will move you the most. So my question to you, what are you avoiding right now that you know that will move you forward? Write that down. Write that down. What is the pain that got you here? The lack, the hurt, the disappointment, or the desire? What is that got you here, that got you to leave your house, to leave your family, to come here, that brought you the hope? What is the hope you're looking for? What is the pain that you're trying to avoid? Lean into the pain. And learn to be okay with being pushed a little bit and being uncomfortable, because if you met me 11 years ago when I started LifeVantage, and I met this fiery little lady in the front, the first couple of times I met her, she said, you need to learn to enunciate. She's talking to the doctor. Like that. Awesome. All the time. And when I see her again and again, what does she say? You need to enunciate. But because I've learned to lean into that conversation, it's made me better at communicating to people, better at having an impact. This conversation, guys, for me, is not comfortable. I've had people have that with me. Carrie Williams had that with me many, many times, because it got me to hope, it got me to dream, it got me to do, it got me to change to where I could be in a different space where now I can hopefully do that, help do that with other people. Now, I still have a lot of room to grow. That's why you're here. You can choose your growth cycle, or your growth cycle will choose you. If you don't like the cycle that you're in, start having these conversations like this. If you do that, you can start changing lives the way that you want to change your own. Are we good? Okay. So, both of us didn't sleep well last night. I had some wacko dreams, because I was thinking about this. Now, I wasn't thinking about me looking like an idiot, because I'm married and I have 4 kids, so it's kind of just does that. But what I was thinking about is, how do we help you get what God wants you to have? I was slow to embrace network marketing because I was the doctor. That's not comfortable. Comfortable is sitting in a room, having patients come to me because I can help them. That's comfortable. This is uncomfortable for me. But what I've learned is being uncomfortable has given me the type of relationships that I want, the type of family life that I didn't know I could have, because I was okay learning to be uncomfortable. So I want you to choose to do the thing that is uncomfortable, not because it's comfortable, because it actually will get you the thing that you want. And be okay with the growth cycle. What I do know, and I believe this even more after last night and the conversation that I had in my head this morning, that this is God's work. This is where we're supposed to be right now at this time. We have a gift to give people in health if that's what they want. We have a gift to give them in wealth if that's what we want. We have a gift to give them in a community if that's what they want. Can I get an amen? All right. You guys, we love you. We are grateful for you. Let this be the beginning of the rest of your life. Choose your growth cycle. Choose to find out and know your people, right? Get deep in enough with them. If you're not comfortable, great. Find someone on your team that's really good at that, and you do your part, but work together. We have a big mission to fill. We got a lot of people to impact. Let's go get it done.
Thanks for listening to today's episode of the Activation Nation podcast. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe for future episodes and updates, and share with a friend or prospect that you think could benefit from today's conversation. Check the episode description for any links or disclaimers, and we'll see you next week for another episode. And now, the legal stuff. The sales earnings disclosed are potential gross earnings and do not account for expenses incurred in building a business. The average 12-month earnings of a typical U.S. consultant who earned in 2024 are $683. LifeVantage does not guarantee any income or rank success. A consultant's earnings will depend on individual diligence, work effort, and market conditions. Visit the LifeVantage Income Disclosure Statement for more information.